morning and welcome back to the West Ham Network. It is non-stop when you think things are going to get quiet. It just ramps it up big style, left, right and centre. And West Ham, apparently, according to sources, are spending upwards of 100 million in the market over the next couple of days, if you are led to believe what is being reported as being true. Anyway, if you are new around here, please make sure you do hit that subscribe button. It really does help us out. We're on the march towards 20,000 subscribers. You don't want to hear me say that again. Hit the thumbs up. There's a little bit of a thumbs up, so please hit that thumbs up. That does help the channel out. If you're interested in leaving a comment, please leave a comment. Give us your feedback. We'll try our best to reply. There is a lot of comments, but we try our best to get through them. Of course, if you want to become a channel member, click on the option to become a channel member. There is an option when you look at your phone or your laptop. It says join. Click that as well. But last but not least, and I have mentioned it already, if you are new around here, or even if you're not new, but you do watch the channel and you're not subscribed, there is a button you can click and just click it. If it says subscribed, you are subscribed. If it says subscribe, then just click that button and you will be subscribed to the channel. That will absolutely help us out. But let me get straight into it. It's short, it's sharp, it's sweeping up all the stories and going through to you, giving you your morning headlines for a Saturday morning. So first up is that West Ham have reportedly made the official bid for Armando Broja from Chelsea. Now, he is currently on Chelsea's pre-season tour of America, which the manager, Thomas Tuchel, wanted to assess him before making a decision on his future. Broja, who is 20, is subject to many clubs of interest, but it's understood that West Ham have indicated that they're willing to pay £25 million up front with additional £5 million of add-ons for the young striker. Now, he's got 4 years left in his contract after signing a 5-year deal last summer ahead of joining Southampton, but you can't help but think, for someone that's unproven at the parent club, Chelsea, that they're not going to sit back and not accept that offer. If this is the man that Moyes wants and injury isn't anything that Russ reported on yesterday, then surely to God Chelsea are going to accept an offer of £30 million for a player that's had one season in the Premier League. So that's exciting. Leave your comments in the comment section and let us know. Now, what makes things even more interesting is the fact that according to several and really reputable sources online, it says that West Ham are about to beat PSG in the pursuit of Gianluca Scamacca. We've had a €40 million offer plus €7 million in variables accepted by Sassuolo, and we are looking to try and sanction this deal in the coming days. Now, apparently, Scamacca is interested in coming to West Ham. And he now apparently favours a move to London, and he likes the idea and prospect of playing in the Premier League, which could benefit him greatly. And after all, he has come off the back of a very good campaign with his current club, scoring 16 goals in over 30 appearances for them this season. And he is 6'5". He is an inside the box. He's an all-rounder, really, and he does like sniffing out the goal scoring opportunities. Now, the difference between him and Broja is he's not Premier League proven, where Broja is borderline Premier League proven. But you are literally talking about nearly 40 million quid on Scamacca, and you're talking about 30 million pounds on Broja. That is 70 million pounds on two attacking players that looks like West Ham are pursuing and trying to get over the line. Now, I will say it, and I will say it here, I am the fond believer that I won't believe it until I see them wearing the shirt. So I'm with you. If you are watching, I am with you. There's my declaration. Not sure what I believe anymore, but I'll believe it when I see it. So when they're holding up the West Ham shirt, that's different. But I can't fathom what we'll do if we had Scamacca and Broja coming to the club. I mean, I would be beside myself if I'm being brutally honest with you. So leave your comments in the comment section and let me know your thoughts on Scamacca. I'm going to move on to the third story, though, of today. Yes, the third story of this morning, and that is that we all know that Moyes is wanting to boost his midfield. And apparently, according to really good sources online, they're saying that West Ham have officially made our third offer for Onana from Lille. And the latest bid is thought to be around £33 million. That's about 38 million euros, plus add-ons, and Lille are definitely interested in considering this offer. Who themselves signed Onana as a 20-year-old from Hamburg for €7 million last summer. So looking at that price increase, that's a significant profit for the Belgium international, who has had 11 starts and 21 sub-appearances in French's Ligue 1 this season. What do you think about bringing Onana in? I mean, it would add much needed strength, but much needed powerhouse in the middle of the park. In actual fact, you add those potential two players and Onana into the squad, and you're thinking to yourself, it's getting a little bit tasty. It really is getting a little bit tasty. So leave your comments in the comment section as we go through into the next story. Like I said to you, this is short and sharp and straight to the point, and I'm just bringing you all the headlines. Hope you're enjoying it. Next up is the man, the L word, Jesse Lingard. Apparently, he's made his decision, and that's down to the fact that he's posting things on social media that's alluding to the fact he's made his decision. He put a post out on TikTok. If you don't know what TikTok is, it's a social media platform that people just do really kind of weird things on, but they do it and it's successful and all that sort of malarkey. But he it comes out of his house and there's like 5 different options and clouds, and he's looking around as if he's making a decision, and he points to one. And as he walks in the car park to his car, he's got his fancy bad boy car, and then he's got an old rundown Honda, and he jumps inside. He's like goes to the expensive car, then he goes into the Honda, and that's the end of the video. So that insinuates that he is ready to rock and roll and has made his decision. But people have been reading into it. Does that mean that he's willing to accept less money, or was the stories you heard out there true? Nobody really knows. Now, we do know that Everton are after him alongside West Ham. But could we be bringing in the 4 players I've just spoken to you about? Could we be bringing in Broja? Could we bring in Scamacca? Could we be bringing in Onana? And could we be bringing in Lingard? I mean, ridiculous if that did happen. What options we would have moving forward. So leave your comments in the comment section below. Now, I know Russ addressed this yesterday, but I just wanted to talk about it myself. As we're talking about incomings, there is an outgoing. AJ Alessi has left the club. The 21-year-old centre-half has left the club to join Sunderland on a 3-year deal with an option of a 4th-year deal. Now, I am attached. I grow attached to players, and that's something you shouldn't do. But when you really come to think of it, as much as I rate Alessi and think he's got a bright future, and also thought that he could make the step up to the first team where necessary, if you really start to look at the first team, you've got Aguerd, who's just been signed. You've got Ogbonna, who's just come back. You've got Dawson, who's been a stone wall, brick wall, you name it, whatever you want. And then, of course, you've got Zuma in the back line. And then after that, you've got Diop, who is being reported as to be leaving the club. And then you've got Alessi, and then you've got Baptiste. So Alessi, in theory, becomes the 6th choice centre-half. And albeit we've got a couple of players that will be a bit older come the end of their contracts at the end of this season, but that really still doesn't mean that Alessi's further up the field. And in actual fact, Alessi is the wrong side of 20, to be honest, even though he's only 21. And a lot of younger players aren't going to sit around on the bench and want to make a career for themselves. And I really do rate Alessi. I really do. I don't think this will be the last we'll hear of him. I think we'll hear of him again in the Premier League, because I think someone else will eventually snap him up if Sunderland don't come up to the Premier League. But he's got a bright future. He really does, young lad. And I wish him all the best. And I'm devastated that he's gone. But it's going to prove so tough for any youth players to come through the ranks. You need to be exceptional. You need to be next level. I do think he's got the potential, but who am I? I'm Anton. I'm not David Moyes, who's sitting on the park getting paid a fortune to scout players and look for players. But I do wish him all the best for the future. And yeah, gutted we met him last week at St Andrews. He was a lovely young lad. Met him a few times. But yeah, absolutely do wish him all the best. And as he's leaving, the rumour has been going around about how Diop was supposed to be leaving the club and going to Fulham, but it has been reported that the deal to go to Fulham has stalled because apparently David Moyes has had a change of heart regarding his future at East London. So We were expecting a deal to take place, but after apparently being told he was going to be the fifth choice defender, but it looks like David Moyes is potentially stalling on this deal. And I was speaking to Russ about this, and I was thinking to myself, where does Diop fit in? But in actual fact, if you want options in that defense, you're going to need, like, Aguerd can play in the left back role if need be. Creswell, of course, is there. Masuaku is. I mean, I don't think we're going to be getting rid of players where a lot of people think we are, because we're going to have to replace them if we get rid of them. So I'm happy at least I'm talking about players coming in the door, but it's not nice to hear our youth players going out the door. But we have to not forget that at once upon a time, this guy was the captain of Toulouse at such a young age, and he has had some good times at West Ham, but a lot of fans don't rate him. And Moyes, obviously, if he is holding off on him leaving for Fulham, he obviously sees something in him. So this will make up for interesting reading moving forward. Leave your comments in the comment section. Now, next up is the West Ham women's team, and they have signed a couple of players today. First up, I'll talk to you about Christy Smith. 28-year-old Scotland international has joined West Ham from Manchester United on a 2-year deal with an option of a further year. She spent 4 seasons at Manchester United. She played 24 times in the WSL and is also heavily involved in the championship title winning campaign in 2018, which saw Manchester United promoted into their first professional season. Before that, she was with Hibernian, where she won the Scottish Domestic Cup double in both 2016 and 17. A fullback that's comfortable on both sides, Smith becomes at West Ham's 4th summer signing after their several other arrivals came through the door. And on top of that, West Ham women's team went and signed another player on the back of that, and that is a girl called Izzy Atkinson. She's a Republic of Ireland international. She joins the club after spending 15 months with Scottish Women's Premier League club Celtic. She's 20 years old, born in Rush, a seaside town in Fingal in Ireland, and joined Shelbourne FC in July of 2017. 3 months after joining them, she was called up to the Republic of Ireland senior side, winning her first cap in a 3-1 victory against Portugal in January of 2018. Her performances in the Irish Women's National League attracted the attention of Celtic, and she crossed over to join them in February of 21. She scored the winning goal in a victory over Glasgow City to lift the Scottish Cup. That ended up being her final game or final act in a Celtic shirt before coming to West Ham. So we wish the 2 new signings in the women's team all the best. Now, let me jump in to the under 21s, because Armstrong Okoflex is at the double. He got a double in the first half, which was enough to secure a 2-1 win against Ebbsfleet United. He had a penalty in 18 minutes, given a foul on Regan Clayton in the penalty area, which was followed by a first-time left-footed striker just 2 minutes before half-time to put West Ham in control at the game. Now, Ebbsfleet did strike back at half-time, having hit the hoop and also hit the woodwork, but we were able to hold on the attacking onslaught of the experienced non-league side in the second half, claiming a first victory of the pre-season schedule. Now, Okoflex in this game, from the reports, was on fire. He was relentless up front, and he was chasing every single ball, doing everything he needed to do, as was Thierry Nevers, as was Freddie Potts. They were on fire, the 3 players. So I never got to see the game, read a few reports on the game, so definitely got a bright future. It'll be interesting to see if he can make any knocking on the door to David Moyes to prove that he is capable of stepping up to the occasion. Now, I wonder if we'll see him in my next story, which is we're playing Reading 3 o'clock today for our 4th preseason game this campaign. Yeah, it is. Yeah, 4th preseason game of this campaign. A 3 p.m. kickoff on a Saturday, and it marks the 2nd summer in succession that West Ham have visited Reading. We ran out 3-0 winners in July of 2021. Now, none of the games that West Ham have played in pre-season have featured any of our senior international players who returned at the end of last week, but that could change, and Moyes could feature some of the players with a mixture of Academy of Football graduates as well. So it'll be interesting to see what we actually do. Now, Reading finished 21st in the Championship last season, but we'll hope to mount a stronger challenge in the upcoming campaign. And overall, our competitive record against Reading plays, we've played 57, won 20, drew 11, and lost 26. So that will make for an interesting pre-season outing. And that brings to you an end of our weekender. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's short, it's sharp, straight to the point, giving you all the information you need to know. We sweeped it all up and given it to you in one show, and I hope you have enjoyed it. If you are new around here, please hit that subscribe button, please hit that thumbs up, and of course leave us a comment. If you want to become a channel member, then why not go and do that. Join us on Sunday when we come back to you with another show from Harry, talking about the strikers we might be linked to and comparing and who could be coming in. And of course, there's going to be another show coming from Russ, Hammers in Hot Water. As we always do, we thank all the channel members, so stay safe and come on, you Irons.
It's like a family tree.